is a break. This is only of the market. The women of Umpa are rejoicing that they had the good news that the wife of the civil purpose of Ekweremadu has been released. So we are jubilated in their numbers. Adorian market. So can we see that the people of Umpa are very, very happy. Having had the good news that the civil purpose of Ekweremadu wife has been released. So as you can see, everywhere is very, very hot. And the people are jubilating. Thank you as we give you more updates from Orion Market.
Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this video. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for watching our videos, and thank you for always returning. We don't take it for granted. So now people are wondering, why are these women celebrating the return of Senator Ekweremadu? Senator Ekweremadu and his family had a very bad should I say situation that they couldn't handle. So one of their daughters fell sick, and when they took her to the hospital, they discovered that she had an organ issue, which they tried to see who would donate, and they tried to see if they could get a matching kidney, and they didn't get. So they met a guy who agreed, according to them, to give them kidney. So when they got to the UK for the transplant, somebody who is in diaspora, a diasporan, called the guy aside and asked him, "Are you sure you want to do this?" Because that's the true picture of what people said, different from what the guy is saying. "Are you sure you want to do this?" So the boy was afraid or scared that he didn't want to do it. First of all, the guy started by lying about his age, that he was underage, but the age, his name is carrying a different age. That's to show that the guy lied in that part. But where people faulted Senator Ekweremadu is the fact that he's a lawmaker, like he's a lawyer. Senator Ekweremadu is a lawyer, and he understands what the law says about organ harvesting. You know, one thing is, if this guy had gone willingly to donate the kidney, it wouldn't have been a problem. But in this case, he was to exchange the kidney for money, and that is against our laws in Nigeria. So, and even against the laws in the UK. So when he got there and he told the doctor that he was not ready to go on with that procedure, the doctor asked why. He told the doctor that he was brought here without his consent. That was when the doctor became very interested and called the cops on them, that called the police on them. And that's how the matter started. So when Senator Ekweremadu went through all of this with his wife and their daughter, at first they wanted to take their daughter also to prison. When people were like, no, the daughter is not feeling well, she's not supposed to be there, she didn't know what the parents did to bring them to this point. According to the boy, he had accused the family of being very harsh to him, disrespectful and all that, while they brought him to the UK. But some people have said that the boy wanted to run away and japa through that route, and that was why these people did what they did to him. That's not the catch here. But the fact that Ekweremadu had to be locked up with his wife, the court ruled against them, and they were locked up in the UK court, and their daughter, UK prison, and their daughter was sent back to Nigeria. How this family managed without their father is still a very strange thing. To the point that Ekweremadu's birthday, his friends came home, celebrated with his children, and one day Ekweremadu said from prison that the Nigerians have forgotten about him and Nigerians have moved on. When the son got married, he was not around. So it was so... I remember one time Obasanjo, the former president of Nigeria, wrote the UK government a letter saying, please, can you at least release this man, because he has never been someone that is fraudulent, he has never been someone that is dubious. This thing happened because it's a health challenge, and because I like the fact that Obasanjo did not say that he did not know, because as a lawyer you have learned so many things, and there are some things you don't need to learn in school, you learn on the job. So being a senator, you should know the things that has to do with the laws. So he didn't put that in that letter, but he was pleading that it was because the daughter was sick and he didn't know how to go handle it the proper way, that they should please pardon him and all that. They didn't listen, and that letter kind of broke my heart, because it took this man to be able to to write to the UK, while the government that was in power at that time, they did not do anything about it. And I remembered when one girl from the north was caught with illicit powder, and they caught her with it, and somebody said it was another person who was traveling that dropped that bag with her and exchanged her bag and took her own bag and kept that one. That one had powder in it. So it was in a foreign land. And the girl was saying she doesn't know about this thing. It was the Buhari that sent delegates to go to that country, and they resolved everything. But when it came to Ekweremadu, nothing like that was done. Buhari kept quiet. He didn't say anything about it. It was Obasanjo who did the writing and the open letter to the UK government. So today we got this breaking news that the wife is back to Nigeria. So some women were seen celebrating and being happy, and I saw some people on the comment section asking why are they being happy as he came back to Nigeria. Nigerian police is supposed to arrest her again and lock her up. See, why I tell people that be very careful what you say about this Ekweremadu's issue, because it had to do with life. Now they will say, what about the other guy? This boy agreed. The boy agreed before they took him there. If he did not agree, there's no how they will smuggle him to that place to go and do anything. He agreed. And one of the things I felt that they should have done was they should have done that thing, the transplant here in Nigeria, because there are very good hospitals in Nigeria that can carry out a kidney transplant successfully. There are even the hospitals in India that does it also very well. But the fact that people were now criticizing the man, so you love your own child more than the other person, you don't know where the road of life will take you. So when you are criticizing people, when it has to do with health issues, you should be very careful, because every father or mother will do exactly even worse than Ekweremadu and his wife did. So for me, I don't judge them. I just feel that it was a father and mother trying to see how they can save their child's life. And nobody says that you cannot live with one kidney. So if her both kidneys had failed and they needed a kidney to support her, and they went out looking for kidney, how many people were willing or would be willing to give them for free? Because actually you're supposed to donate a kidney, not to sell a kidney. That was where the UK government held them, liable. So I want to say I thank God that she's back. At least she's back to Nigeria again after how many years? This thing happened around when they were supposed to do the election or thereabout. Yes, just before the general election. So this thing is almost like 2 years. I don't know if she ran her prison term concurrently for it to have elapsed, or if they gave her freedom out of, I don't know. I just don't know if it was presidential pardon. I don't really know what it is that they did that she came back. But the most important thing is that these women dancing, somebody said on the comment, she must have been very good to these people for them to be jubilating like this. Some people said it's lack of education that is making them jubilate, and I'm wondering to myself, what has empathy got to do with education? I feel that if humanity is in you, you will not need for people to do anything for you to feel for them, right? So I think that's just where a lot of people are missing it. I don't blame these women for jubilating. You don't know what it means to go to prison in a foreign country. It's not like it's even in your country where people can also come to see you. In a foreign country, and it was in an international case, so the embarrassment, everything. The good thing is that he did not steal, but it was a case of their daughter's health. And I thank God that the girl is doing well. The last time I saw her pictures, she was doing so well. And I heard that God will perfect her healing, and Ekweremadu will be back by God's grace. And everything will be sorted. Even if he doesn't serve his jail term, God will bring him back safe.